Thank you for joining us. We got very good news over the weekend. The Food and Drug Administration issued an emergency use authorization for a third safe and effective vaccine, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, which will help us defeat the pandemic. Dr. Fauci will discuss the recently authorized J&J vaccine.
We get questions regarding the various percentage numbers that people see. And I know most of you are aware of them, but let me just clarify a few things. The 66% vaccine efficacy that we have is really against all of the countries involved. You must recall that this vaccine trial was done on 3 continents, the United States, South America, and South Africa, with varying degrees of infection dynamics, as well as varying strains, variants, or lineages. That is the 66%. The 72% is the vaccine efficacy against moderate to severe critical infection in the United States. I want to point out again a question we often get asked. In order to try, we always say, what vaccine is better than the other vaccine? In order to be able to determine that, you would have to compare them head to head. This was not done. We have 3 highly efficacious vaccines that are also, as Dr. Walensky says, has a very good safety profile. A very important number that I want to re-emphasize is that there's 85% efficacy against severe COVID-19 globally, including the United States. This is very important because if you look at other countries, such as South Africa, if you go to the next slide, where you have the B1351, you can see that the efficacy against severe critical disease was 82% there. That's really very important because even though the vaccine itself, the spike protein that was used and expressed in that vaccine was the spike protein against wild-type virus, namely the virus that is the D614G, not against the B1351. So even though the vaccine itself was not specifically directed against those variants, it did extremely well when it came to preventing severe critical disease. And as we've heard many times now, there were no hospitalizations or deaths in any of those studies. So it's a complicated process. So even though it looks like it was quick and it was done in a very relatively short period of time, there was a lot of effort, including fundamental basic preclinical and clinical research that went into that.